Tuesday's memorial service of the late retired President Arap Moi, held at Nyayo Stadium in Nairobi, provided a platform for leaders to share their moving tribute messages. Deputy President William Ruto describing Moi as a father of the nation who steered Kenya forward with his leadership.
He consolidated this country from where Jomo Kenyatta left and brought on board tirelessly all communities, including the marginalized, to be mainstreamed into the nation of Kenya.
Ruto praised Moi for setting the pace in the reforms in the education sector, saying he was a political genius with unmatched traits.
President Moi was a great teacher, and his footprints in the entire education system in Kenya is evident. Many university graduates owe their education to the expanded opportunities overseen by President Moi. And today, as a country, we pride ourselves with among the best human resource anywhere in Africa.
Ruto, who entered politics under the guidance of the late head of state, also described Moi as a great mentor to many political leaders.
Moi went ahead without a PhD to become a professor. And we all became students of his school of leadership and politics.
Orange Democratic Party leader Raila Odinga, who was among those detained during Moi's regime, opted for a reconciliatory tone in his brief tribute message, expressing that he held no grudge and had forgiven Moi, who also forgave him.
We remember the great things that he did. For example, introducing universal primary education for our country, the free milk in school, the Nyayo, maziwa ya Nyayo, and trying to consolidate the unity among the people of Kenya. In doing so, he also made some mistakes. I was, for example, one of the victims. But he was also forgiving, like I'm also forgiving. And we made our peace, and we shook hands, and then worked together to give this country a new constitution.
Raila said that the late retired president should be remembered for his good deeds and the sacrifices he made for this country. Former President Mwai Kibaki wrote a moving tribute message admiring how Moi maintained stability of the nation even during the turbulent time in the region.
With time, his mastery at thwarting crisis became legendary, as was his ability to assert state authority. That is largely how Kenya stabilized, as a number of countries in the region and the continent suffered disruptions and long periods of civil unrest.
He termed Moi as a statesman for agreeing to smoothly transfer power as he retired from politics in 2002.
His willingness to readily usher the next head of state remains a badge of honor on his leadership as well as statesmanship credentials.
Having lived for 95 years, the chapters in the book of life of the late retired President Arap Moi will remain an inspiration to many who look up to him. For Channel 1 News, I'm Safin Acheng Ouma.